Let me get everything from the start of the day. 14 hours ago. I feel like this was earlier today. 14 hours ago? This was earlier this morning? Diddy's lawyer just said Vonnie had ties to the cartel. I wonder where that came from. You see, look, he dick sucking. Like, why would you even word it like that? Like, why? Like, what you trying? Like, and Diddy is a co-defendant with Durk. Diddy is Lil Durk's co-defendant. So you already said yesterday that Durk was trying to blame everything on Vonnie. Now you coming out saying Diddy's lawyer said Vonnie had ties to the cartel. I wonder where that information came from. And then you wonder why everybody is saying, like, yo, you trying to, like, paint a narrative that's, like, going against or trying to, like, destroy the credibility of Durk on, like, the kind of stand-up guy that him and his people are. Like, bro, why'd you word it like that? If you reporting on the information, that's my whole thing. If you want to play that role, like, if you got a side, you got a side. Like, I want Durk free. And I'm not about to act like that's not, like, I want Durk free. I'm not about to act like that's not the case. But don't try to sit here and act like, oh, I'm just a journalist or the media personality that I'm just covering it. I have no dog in the fight. It doesn't matter to me his street credibility. I just want whoever really did it in jail. Yada yada yada. Don't be that guy and then coming out here saying, I wonder where that came from, bro. That's dick riding, bro. You not the guy. You lying. You obviously have an agenda. You obviously want to persuade people to believe or want to persuade people to align themselves with whatever you believe or whatever story you concocted in your head, bro. Like, Traploreross is so full of shit, bro. Durk's hitman caught on Durk's hitman. Durk's hitman. And then, but you don't got no dog in this fight. Yo, Traploreross, you on some 6ix9ine shit. I'm not gonna lie, bro, because 6ix9ine is out here parading like 6ix9ine basically saying he want the nigga jail. Oh, I didn't even see this. Why are you saying Durk's hitman? Are you helping the situation? Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one that peeped. See, everybody in the comments, bro. I'm so glad everybody in the comments peeped that weird shit too. I didn't even see the comments. I didn't see the comments. I didn't see this tweet. That shit just threw me the fuck off. Durk's hitman, you want some weird 6ix9ine shit. See, look, 6ix9ine is out here like a little sucker ass nigga because 6ix9ine want Durk in jail because he's jealous because we don't like him, but we like Durk. Now, you out here, you talking about some Durk's hitman. Why would you say that? Remember what I said in the beginning of the stream. Innocent until proven guilty, but we often forget that and we make people guilty before, and they got to prove that they're innocent. There is no proof. It hasn't even been proved yet in these last 4 days in court. It's been 4 days in court, and there's been no proof saying that these are Durk's hitmen. And you're talking about Durk's hitmen. Every tweet, every video you make, you're trying to discredit Durk and all his people. Why? That's weird. And then when people get mad at you, you acting like, oh, y'all attacking me for no reason. No, that's not the case. Look, read the rest of the dumb shit. So Durk's hitmen caught on in-and-out camera, all checking their phones. Likely looking at the news of Quando Rondo screaming no. That footage from TMZ was shown in court immediately after. Now, if you're on YouTube, I probably cut the beginning of the stream, so you probably not even want to see this. Most likely, I don't know. It depends, because this video will be lengthy. But if you're on the stream, if you're watching the whole stream over, or if you're on the stream, dog, we just watched the Seti Nash video. He already said when they pulled up the footage from the in-and-out, everybody's phone was visible. They never went and looked at the Quando Rondo video. So why would Traploreross come on here and call these niggas Durk's hitmen and then said they were most likely looking at their phones and looking at the Quando Rondo video? You have no proof of them being Durk's hitmen, and it's already been proven that they weren't looking at that video because they got them on camera in 4K. But you want to sit here and tell us that you have no dog in the fight, bro. You obviously bro. He obviously wants the worst for Durk, bro. Now look at this dumb shit. Mind you, I didn't see none of these tweets before. This is all news to me. So as I'm reading this, I'm just noticing how much of a sucker ass nigga he is. So Diddy tagged Quando Rondo in a post right after the shooting that killed Pab, saying exactly this. Quando Rondo, where you at? Quando Rondo, where was your pipe at, gang? I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy. Diddy tagged Quando Rondo in a post right after the shooting, saying exactly this. At Quando Rondo, where your pipe at, gang? He said that? I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy. That's crazy. But I mean, what that mean for Durk though? Yeah, that's crazy. But like that don't really mean nothing for Durk though. So like, free Diddy. That don't mean shit to Durk. What the fuck that got to do with Durk? And mind you, they're co-defendants, but Durk and Diddy, like Diddy already tried to get his case separated from Durk's. But like I feel like it's gonna be a cakewalk for Diddy too, because all the same shit they can just say, cause like they're trying to say Durk is in charge, so Diddy can just say all the same shit like, yo, dog, I wasn't. Yeah. But Diddy sent news clip of Lil Pad murder to the following people right after a message saying he playing crazy. What up? He sent to Laverne, Boona, Wickman, and Breezo. Who's Breezo? Is Breezo 600 Breezy? I know that's one of his other aliases. I know that's what he go by. But Diddy sent news clip of Lil Pad murder to the following people. He sent it to Vernie. I mean, also doesn't prove anything. After scouting the hit in the BMW M5, OTS Vonnie was parked in the car. OTS Vonnie parked the car in Hollywood and got an Uber to Durk's house and whatever that is. I ain't from California. But so after scouting the hit, so I guess what he was at the. I seen something, but they were trying to say that Vonnie was at the hotel or was in the vicinity of Quando Rondo the night before, whatever, or early mornings, like 1 a.m. or something. So they trying to say the BMW, if y'all don't know, like, so boom. And there's like a picture of this somewhere. I'm gonna try to pull it up actually, because there's like a picture. Let me see if it's on academics. If it ain't on academics, I'll try my best to really explain. Yeah, it ain't on here. Come on, rare Act L. So they're like, there's like a picture of like them tailing Quando Rondo, and in the picture there's an Infinity. That's the stolen car that had Jam in there, etc. And then there's the M5, the BMW with Vonnie in there. So in this M5, which was rented, so it had a tracker in it, so it was tracked the whole time. They're saying that this was the M5 that Vonnie was in, and he was staked out to see where Quando Rondo was going to be the night before, and then parked it, and then called an Uber to Durk's. And then I guess the next morning or the next day, hopped back in the BMW. And then that's when they want to go. And mind you, nobody in the car in the BMW ever hopped out of the car and did anything. So I don't even know why the BMW was even on the scene. Everybody that did the shooting was in the Infinity. So I don't know why the BMW was even on the scene. Durk looked stressed out and grimaced and rubbed his forehead during a long showing of killers all looking at their phones, and then in and out, followed by his Amex records with all the killers' flights booked on his account. Durk lawyers look stressed. Now, like I said, if you didn't see the beginning of this, if you're not on the stream, I already did the Seti Nash thing. Looked at the Seti Nash video, and Seti Nash already confirmed. Or was it Mo Gangit? I don't even remember. I looked at some Seti Nash and Mo Gangit videos, Lawyer for Workers, but it's already been confirmed that Durk never used these cards. These cards was really Vonnie's cards. Like these Amex cards that was under Durk's name, they was really for OTF Vonnie. It's looking like Vonnie wasn't charged to me. I don't know. And this is what we got. Diddy's lawyer just clapped back saying Diddy didn't write the messages adding Quando. It was just a repost. But in making that point, he revealed this was a post of Quando Rondo screaming no after the murder. Durk's lawyers looked uncomfortable that this was discussed for so long. So boom, what we just seen with the whole Diddy tagged Quando Rondo right after the shooting situation and tagged him at "Where's your pipe at?" That was a repost. Diddy didn't type that in. He didn't add him and type that in. He tagged him, but the whole "Where your pipe at" game was a repost. So Diddy didn't type that. He didn't pull a back in the day Chicago Savage, "Where your pipe at" situation. It wasn't one of those. It damn sure wasn't one of those. Which is better for Diddy, but this nigga Traploreross, mind you, Traploreross is in the courtroom and he's wording shit like idiotically on purpose. Like he's wording shit the way he's worded it on purpose. Like,
all right, so I'm out here outside the courthouse. We got a whole bunch of friends. We made new friends. We made haters along the way, man. There's a whole lot going on out here. But what is going on is that there was some new testimony. The lead detective on the case has been testifying. They gave some more information. We ended yesterday after we kind of heard all of the updates about, you know, we saw the surveillance footage inside the gas station convenience store. We saw the shooting as it happened. But this time we saw a whole bunch of extra stuff. And really, we heard a lot about the cars, all right? It was here Durk be talking about we on them cars. Well, apparently they was really on them cars. Now, the BMW that Vonnie was driving was hiding 2 blocks away, about 7 minutes walk away, 2 blocks driving from when the murder happened. But what's crazy is we actually heard that it's likely that when Quando Rondo's car fled the scene after the shooting, it might have actually driven right past where Vonnie's BMW was hiding. But you know what's even more crazy? It wasn't entirely clear before exactly what was going on. We know that that BMW had gone to and from Durk's house a whole bunch of times, but they revealed Vonnie was trying to be slick. He basically allegedly had driven that BMW, all right, from 2 blocks down the street after seeing Quando Rondo's car go past. He went and parked the BMW somewhere in Hollywood, and you know what he did? He then got an Uber directly to Durk's house from where he left the car, and they know where he left the car. So that's not really a great look, to be honest with you guys. That's not looking too good for Vonnie. So right after that, all right, that's basically what we ended up seeing was everybody linked up at In-N-Out before Vonnie ditched the car. But apparently, quite literally minutes before, as the alleged killers were walking into In-N-Out to go and get a burger, the flights home was suddenly booked. Someone from Durk's team allegedly booked the flights. It was connected to his Amex account, and basically they're saying that the flights were booked and then the killers had it in and out and then they flew back to Chicago. A whole bunch of them together. So that's not really such a great look, all right? It honestly was like pretty intense. I mean, I'm trying to see what else was going on. There was a whole bunch of other interesting stuff, but I'm going to get to it in a different video for you guys. But that's kind of the update on the car. There was a whole bunch of stuff about the car. The cross-examination didn't really yield too much. They tried to say, oh, well, you know, they said at the rental spot they had a selfie with the guy that runs the rental spot with Durk. They said, well, they had pictures of people with other celebrities, and the detective was just like, I don't remember any of that. And it was like, what were they going to do? Be like, oh yeah, there was a picture of, you know, I don't know, the rental shop owner with LeBron. Maybe LeBron committed the murder. It's like, yeah, but one of the murder cars didn't end up and go to and from LeBron's house. So it was a little bit of a strange line of questioning. But yeah, they're doing everything they can. And obviously everything's been very controversial since yesterday, that they said, you know, Vonnie was blaming everything on Durk. Durk was blaming everything on Vonnie. So it's
No, they never said Durk was blaming everything on Vonnie. You said Durk was blaming everything on Vonnie. You're the reason that this narrative of Durk being a rat is even out. You doing it.
Definitely getting a little bit messy. There's a couple of really big updates, and we're all anticipating alleged testimony from OTF Jam. So I'll let you know when that happens. Peace. All right, so I'm out.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on the testimony from this fat motherfucker, bro. I'm waiting for him to get up in there and say something.
So one of the most intense things that we saw today was a very long and extended look at what was going on inside that In-N-Out burger location after the murder happened. Now, we saw basically, you know, the alleged hitters along with Didi in the In-N-Out. But not only were they in the In-N-Out, they were checking their phones. They were all looking at their phones. At one point, Didi put his arm around Jam and showed him something on his phone. It was ages. And I'm not going to lie, we saw the whole footage. It was multiple minutes long. It was a long-ass time. We basically watched them waiting for their...
I ain't gonna lie, yeah. This is basically what we just went over, and the motherfucking I'm not even about to allow him to reiterate this nonsense. It's basically what I just went over with the tweets. Like I said, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll cut that first half. But when Study Nash video, they seen everything that was on their phone. They never let the Quando Rondo video. This motherfucker Traploreross is a cornball. He's trying to paint a narrative. He's operating like 6ix9ine, DJ Vlad. He's gone against Lil Durk and OTF. He's not using facts, and he's just an overall terrible person. Now,